Welcome, everyone, to Talking Trail, a podcast about trail running hosted by three trail runners. How you going, Sarah and Rob?
You
Sarah?
go.
Yeah, me. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Like I'm after today is now taper time for 6 foot.
That's
So
fun.
it's like now I've got through the heavy training without injuring myself. Touch wood. So now it's just got to. I am going skiing next week, so it could all come unravel. But apart from that, I'm actually excited. I'm feeling ready. So there you go. That's
Excellent.
6 foot.
Hope all the other 6-footers are ready to taper now.
Yeah.
Wave allocations are out.
Yep.
There was some revisions, so I got
Didn't.
bumped up to wave 2.
Really?
Back
See,
into wave 2.
this drives me nuts. Like I actually approached them and got in touch with them
Yeah.
to say, because previously I was in wave 4,
Right.
saying please put me into wave 2, and with my UTA results, and they said yeah, and I'm still waiting.
Oh, you'll be passing me somewhere.
Yeah,
Probably
who
going up
knows?
Fluvy.
Who knows?
Maybe
Yeah.
going up mini actually after my next 2 weeks. Sarah, you're in form. We have to
hope
say
so.
you're
I
in
don't know.
form.
Another podcast, another win is for Sarah out at Mudgee.
No. Mudgee has a great half marathon, a marathon. Had a big weekend away with the family. And yes, I did get to win the half marathon there. It's really nice. You do a bit on trail in the wineries. And then there is people serving wine at 8Ks if you do want it.
So it's a bit like, what is it, the Medoc?
Yeah,
the one
something
in
like
France?
that. Yeah. So it's a good vibe. And then so I was fortunate to take the win for the female, and another mountains runner, Henry Hugman, took the win for the males.
Yeah, well done, Henry.
He's running super well, eh?
Yeah. He
Didn't he get the course record?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he did around
Course record
72
as well.
minutes. Yeah.
Go Blue Mountains runners.
Yeah, and it's a good weekend away. So recommend it to runners wanting to have a nice weekend, not too far from the mountains. It is more roady, but it still has the trail, so it's all right. It's a good hybrid, maybe I'd say that.
Did you wear road shoes or hybrid shoes?
I wore my road carbons actually,
Okay.
and it was a little tricky with some of the rocks because they're kind of a bit high heely. So I didn't roll my ankle, but you could go if you weren't looking. But yeah, no, it was good.
So it's not like paved fire trail. The dirt
It's not
sections?
paved, no.
Okay.
But yeah, they're kind of like I guess farmer roads. That's a
Farmer
word.
roads, yeah.
For the
Mudgee
utes.
roads.
Yeah, mudgee roads.
Very good.
All right. And we had Saints and Sinners.
Yeah,
Last
you guys
weekend as
were in
well.
Saints and Sinners.
Yes. So you did solo in preparation for your month of horrendous trail running that you've got planned coming up.
Yeah, that wasn't planned. So, previously I thought that I was attempting to do 3 ultras in 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now it turns out that I'm attempting to do 4 ultras in 7 weeks. Anyway, but no, I really enjoyed it. It's such a great vibe, the Saints and Sinners. The venue is fantastic. The vibe is fantastic.
The live band.
Having a live band for
they
must have played for about 4 hours, which was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish they had some, Bluetooth speakers off in the bush.
Yeah.
Because once you got away from the school, you couldn't hear it,
Yeah.
and then you'd come back in and, like for me, like if you're in a team, you'd probably hear them for hours. But if you're doing a solo event where it's 3 or 6, then you just sort of like, you come in, get a drink, and you head out again, and you hear like half a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were really tight. They were really good. The whole event is really, really good.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Super awesome.
So how many laps is that then if you're out there soloing for 6 hours?
For me, it was only 10. It was 10
and the winner
laps.
got 12, right? So still that's
12, yeah.
10 to 12. That's good. So how would you find that race when instead of A to B, you're doing laps? Is there anything different in the mindset? Or it's just get back to the band, have some
Get
fuel,
back to the band.
go.
It's just keep on keeping on,
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be very different thing. Oh, Rob can talk to this. The
The
team,
team.
where you...
Yeah,
Yeah.
stopping and starting. That's also probably
That was
hard.
tough. And it's surprising. So I did the 6-hour 4-person team. So Lee Shakespeare, Scotty Noon, and my son Harry. And so we went off at 4. And we just it's surprising how fast your turn comes back around at you. And it's literally like doing 4 park runs as fast as you possibly can. And I absolutely destroyed myself. So I did what was 21 Ks or something like that, and I was so cooked afterwards. I needed days to recover because it was just that high intensity 4 times.
Yeah. Don't know if that's easier or harder.
Based on the way we were walking around on Monday, I think it's easier to just keep going and going slower. Like Rob was going way faster than me. It was like 10 to 15 minutes faster per lap than what I was doing. But yeah, I was not as sore on Monday.
Cool. Well, what are we going to do today, guys?
So in this episode, we've going to talk to Scott Hazelton from Lonely Mountain Ultra.
Yeah,
that's coming around, so the race director. And then we're going to do a bit of a taste test around different gels. Well, Scott, welcome to Talking Trail. So, race director, Lonely Mountain Ultra, 2025. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me back. Great to be on again.
No worries. So this year, I mean, Lonely Mountain just keeps getting bigger and better each year. And, more power to you, Renee, and the whole committee and all the volunteers that help make that happen. But tell us, what is bigger and better about this year?
Yeah, the mountain's getting less lonely. Look, there's many of the great elements that we've had since day one that people will enjoy in terms of the village is growing and it's got a different, it's expanding, but it's the same great vibe. And so people that have already come and done our race, and we got lots of returning runners, will experience exactly the same village in the same location. The mountain hasn't changed. But yeah, the distances and some of our fantastic sponsors. This year we're hosting the Nationals in the 104 for Ultra for the 100K trail. So we're really excited that in our fourth year you got to do enough right, don't you, to be trusted with that sort of status. So we're really excited to add that layer this year. And the core of the committee has just been stalwarts ever since we first dreamed up the idea 5 years ago now. And then new people have come in and people have had a rest and then come back in. So yeah, much of it's the same, but we continue to grow and think of new things we can do. Yeah.
So just remind us again of the distances that we have this year.
Sure. Yeah, let's start from the top down. So the 100-mile Lonely Mountain Fitness Perfection, who are our event partner, they're the title sponsor for the 100-miler. That's back this year in its second year. We're really committed to the miler again. If you're thinking about what you need to do to host a miler, it makes no sense financially. It makes no sense with sponsors. The small, narrow field of these legends that are going to run through 2 nights, the effort to put it on, you wouldn't do it for any of those reasons. But because they're legends, they're going to run through 2 nights on this mountain, and it's such a great place to do a miler. We're doing it again. So we're really excited about the Fitness Perfection 100-miler. Now, it last year was outstanding in its first iteration, but we've made some changes to the course. It's quite hard. The first leg, for those that don't know, is all about running to the mountain. So you see the mountain. We started in a little township called Cudal, which is out west of Orange, much lower down at about 400 metres elevation. So the top of the mountain's exactly 1,000 metres elevation gain above you, if you could go straight up, which you don't. But that first leg is a little bit flatter. You don't scale the mountain. You sort of run towards it all night, this big blinking red tower, and then you skirt around it on sort of that western side, and you end up coming into the event village. But one of the issues with that is there's a road that cuts through. Whichever way you go, you've got to come along a road called Cargo Road. There's about 3 k's of running next to the road, middle of the night on a Friday. It's a country road, but we're all a bit uneasy about that. So this year we've managed, through some time talking with local landowners, we've got this really great section now. It's 5 kilometres, which means there's no running whatsoever on Cargo Road. And the miler runners are on these very, very lonely, beautiful dirt trails, a little bit of tar early, then they run through this private property. Both properties are active properties. One of them is a stud goat and sheep property. And then you cross into some beautiful cattle country. You won't get to see the majesty of, what you're running through. It's the middle of the night. But then they'll come out from there to the first water point at about 25 k's. And then they're on a spot called Edinburgh Lane, and it keeps snaking up towards the mountain. So I'm really excited as race director that when we set the runners off at midnight on the Friday, they really will be running on some beautiful terrain, very, very runnable, some steady climbs but nothing steep, and a lot, I think, safer and more, less access and competing with vehicles. That's not why you run trails, is it? So we've been able to manage that. It's great.
Yeah, well done.
What's the plan behind starting the race at midnight on the Friday?
Yeah, Good question. I really, with the unique setup for our race, I think one of the benefits for runners is that you've got the centralized village location that you're going to come through. The longer you run, the more times you'll come through, and it's a centralized aid station where you can stash anything and everything. You can have a sleeping bag, you can have all your medical. If you're not doing well, you can get help there. You know it's coming, you know it's available, and we can run all of our logistics out of there. So that's a great benefit for the race. I think it's also a tough side of our race. For anyone that's gone long, they've gone deep. I think mentally for me, that's not going to help me, because you know if you're doing it tough and you know that the village is maybe 10 Ks away and you think, well, I'm going to get myself to the village and I'll reassess. When you're in the village, then you've got to reassess, will I go out again? And then for the next 10 kilometres, mentally, if you're in a tough hole, you're going to be asking yourself, should I have gone out again? I could just turn around and go back. You know, you're going to say, oh, maybe I'll just do another 2K. I'll do another 4K and see how I feel. And and you got to do that over and over again. So I think mentally it's tough, but in lead up and prep, for those people that are thinking maybe I'll step up to a new distance, I think it's a nice comfort, because you think, well, I can have a crack and at least I'll be coming back through and seeing my support, etc. But what I really wanted for the miler runners is, because they're going to run so long, I love the idea of when we've got the most people in the event village, which is the morning of Saturday, if you're going to run 60 kilometres starting at midnight, and we're starting to send off wave after wave of shorter length runners from about 7 through till 9 o'clock on the Saturday morning, it's highly likely that the mid-packers and the tail enders of the miler are going to be coming to the village, and it's just going to be pumping. And I just love that idea. And it happened last year. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was just epic. So we'd have 200 runners on the line to start the 32, and I just told the show, because we got this one lone runner coming in, and what a high, like, you know.
Yeah, it was like a guard of honour.
Yeah, everyone was.
I even managed to call some people that were warming up, thinking that they were milers, and they had to go and hide because I thought they were miler runners coming in. But anyway, we'll talk about that. So that's part of it. I just love. It just gives me goosebumps thinking about it now, and I think it really worked last year. And if I was a miler runner, and we can talk about it later with you guys, I think that would give me a massive lift. There'd be no question of, you know, because you can do it tough through the first night, right? That's the graveyard shift. What the hell am I doing out here? I'll come into the village. If there's anything here in your mind, if you've done the training for a miler that maybe it's not your best day, you're going to go, right? You're going to leave that village. You're going out again. So, yeah, that's part of it. Logistically, I was worried about running too late on a weekend. So, you know, if we started the miler on the Saturday morning, what's it look like to have to push through with that cutoff into a Monday? So there's a few of the logistics that you got to juggle. Yeah.
It makes sense. So that's the miler. What other distances have we got?
All right, so we can come down to the 104, which, as I said, is this year the Ultra National Championship. So 100. When I say come down to 104, that sounds ridiculous. Hey, it's a really tough 104. So essentially, if we got our mindset about the miler, once they've come in from their all-night run, everything that they're about to face is the course for the 100-kilometre course. So you'll have that overlap, and there'll be a mixed field there. So we got Pure Sports Nutrition on board this year as our nutrition sponsor, which I'm really excited about. And they're sponsoring the 104. So again, 3 loops. Every loop's different. There is some common trail, but you're never running it in the same direction. So once you finish the 30, for example, you're coming in on what you'll go out on for the 22, but you're running it in a different direction. Same, once you finish the 50K loop, come into the village halfway through the 100, you've come down a monster 9-kilometre descent, and mentally that's tough because you're about to turn around and go straight back up it. So similar terrain, a little bit like, you know, Mount Solitary. We've all done Solitary probably. You bomb down Kadumba, and you go, it's not too bad, cool of the morning, and then you face it again, and you're like, oh. So there is that mental challenge of I've seen this hill, but yeah, that's the 100. And we've got more athletes entered in the 100 than we've had before already at this time. Same for the miler. We've already got 25 in the miler. Last year we had 7 finish the miler. So they're really growing. And of course, those lengths, they're your genuine runners, right? And so to think that people will put our race on their calendar and put that training in and come out and race at this time of year with us is pretty cool. Lots and lots of people. We've got athletes from every state in Australia already signed up. And previously, we've had international runners as well. So it's really good.
One right here, maybe more.
Yeah, absolutely. So what have you guys entered in so far? Tell me.
Well, I'm doing the miler.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Are you still making your doco?
Yeah, well, Not really a doco. We've just been putting it in the podcast. So
Yeah.
Okay.
about the
Yeah.
you mean about the Fellowship of the Ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got my team supporting me and helping me for the miler. Yeah.
And I'm going to be running a stall there, Scott. So that limits my running options. But I was thinking of maybe just sort of ducking out and doing the 11K because that looked like a lot of fun last year.
Just put a sign on the store back in an hour.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No pressure, back in an hour.
50 minutes.
Back in 45.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, nice. And Sarah, are you coming out?
Yeah, you've got a lot of distances. I got to decide, I guess. Yeah, I'd like to. It's beautiful. Orange is a great place to get to. It's not too far from the mountains. So I feel like you get a lot of mountains crowd because it's kind of a nice weekend away.
I think so. Yeah, it's really nice. It's sort of, we feel a bit last frontierish out here. But, for us living here, we're always going up the mountains for races. We love getting up there and doing, all the iconic races that are up and around there at different times. So, yeah, come out to us. It's great. So where are we up to? You want to hear about more events?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, well, I mean, you've still got spaces for people to enter, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We're getting close on the shorter distances to being sold out. So if people are still thinking, like you just said, maybe I'll just duck out for the 11. Anyone who hears this as it goes out, it will sell out pretty soon, I think. The 11, I think the 22 will sell out. 32 is really popular as well. Up from there, you tend to have some spaces up until we close the entries. But I can't guarantee anything. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's 2 races I've got to sign myself up to after this. So,
you do.
I can't do the 11K and I'll, Kidumba half marathon's the other one.
But as trail, you've got to tell us the elevation. So what's the elevation of the miler?
Yeah, look, it's pretty epic. Hang on. I'll have to pull it up because I haven't got it off the top of my head. I got the other ones, but it's so new. Hang on. Give me 1 second.
100? Give us a few of the elevations because I feel like that might tip some people over the edge to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give you the exacts. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we can do a filler. I should have a little filler here. Okay.
I can do that.
Okay, yeah. So it pretty much goes like this. This is rough, but the 100K, you've got 4,000 metres of vert.
That's a lot.
The 50 mile, you come to 3,000 metres of vert. When you go to the 50K, it's a bit north of 2.5. 32 is a solid 2. And in the 22 as well, you're around that 1,000. Like it's the word mountain's there for a reason. Like it is, there's a lot of mountain. So it trails down like that. The miler, I think from memory, I'm sorry, I haven't got that one there, but it's around that 4.6 for a miler, which is considered a flattish miler in the scheme of things.
Yeah.
But it's certainly not flat. And the sting's in the back end of the miler. Yeah. So, yeah, people will get very familiar with the mountain. Don't worry. We hear some interesting phrases about it when they come through for their next loop.
And got any notable athletes coming out that have signed up?
Yeah, look, I put a shout out to the team. I think the thing I'd probably say, like in terms of like really famous global names or anything, like I can't really rattle off a field. We've had some great runners that have come out and done our races in the past, like Benny Cobra, who's, started to really hit his straps and win some pretty serious races, and that came and just sort of tailed up the 50 last year for us. And, Luke Clifton running royalties come out and taken out the 50 mile outright. Yeah. Tailed up the rest of them, and we've had great runners like that show up, which is so good to see. But I think the committee were reflecting this time, we're getting a lot of repeat business, for want of a better term, of people that are coming to us and they're accessing the longer event every time. So we had Mila Mel, who finished last year. She just got that name for us, Mila Mel, and she first started in the 50 in the first year, then she did the 100, and then she did the miler. I got a mate, Sam, who is doing the same thing. Like, he wouldn't say he's a runner, but he came out and he did the 50, and then last year he got the 100 done, and I just saw his name on the list for the 100 miler this year. And I'm getting lots of people that are saying, this is sort of my race, and I'm going to keep coming back and stretch myself, and I love that. That's sort of what we wanted. So when I scroll through the list, predominantly it's New South Wales entries at the moment, and then you've got so many local kind of people from the Central West, and then it goes out and out and out from there.
Oh, well done.
Sounds like the vibe's good.
it's good, those races with good vibe. You sounds like you've got the right kind of event village. So there'll be races flowing through that. And then the longer races get to kind of see people as well. So it sounds like you've got
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
cool.
cool.
It's a very cool vibe. Like, it's one of my favorites.
And do you have a like, I think from memory last time there was a beer sponsor that was there with a tent?
Look, it's an important question, and I'm happy to announce that yes, we do. So Reckless Brewing have come on this year, and they're sponsoring the 11K. And so every finisher who is of age will get their finisher's beer, and that's just great, isn't it? Sunny day, sitting in the field, having your beer, feet up, watching other runners come in or go through and loop, and it's really lovely. So they come on board. We're really grateful for their support, and they'll be there. And there'll be a bar this year too. People that want to maybe have a couple and kick on. We got heaps of camping there as well, just to keep that vibe going. And we got hay bales and just places to hang and really enjoy. You know, no reason to leave too soon after you finish your race. So people will be able to grab a feed and access various stalls with a whole heap of vendors and really enjoy the afternoon.
That's fun.
Yeah, awesome. Well done. Sounds like entries are filling up fast, so anyone that's keen to get out there, sign up quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good message, I think, like just to give you a sense of it. Yeah, I mean, right now tonight, we do have some room in all distances, but I think in the next week or so, that'll close off, as I said before, in the lower ones, yeah.
No, hopefully the weather gods are kind for you and the races.
It's a good point, and probably a bit of a shout out for mandatory gear too for your listeners this year. We're going to have a real focus on mandatory gear. We had a beautiful day in Orange today, but on Friday night there will be snow on the mountain. Saturday morning it'll still be there on the mountain. That's a month out. I don't want to scare people. That's normal for us at the end of August, early September. Yeah. But the forecast, into September, even the long range, some pretty good models. We're every chance of having just a filthy weekend for whatever reason cut in and have some proper cool weather. I doubt that we would see snowy weather in late September, but crazier things have happened. So, yeah, people want to really take care looking at our advice on mandatory gear, making sure they're well packed. It is a genuine wilderness area, particularly on that 50 and the 32K loop. They're in some pretty remote areas and they could be found out. So making sure we pack well and run responsibly and enjoy whatever the weather gives to us.
Well, we've got plenty of jackets in here, so if anyone's running out, then we've got some new on jackets that look pretty good, and we've got a whole range of different jackets. So if the weather goes bad, we're in good shape.
Excellent plug. I like that. And tell me, you're obviously setting up your store again, so you'll be coming out. People can come out and if they're out of merch or they want to try.
That's right, and I do know I've spoken to the Last Sportiva team. They're coming out as well, and they're going to have their Prodigio Pros to people to try out, which would be great because that's been a super hot selling shoe.
That's got like the new air cell foam or something in it, right? It's like this
it's the nitrogen infused foam,
yeah.
which gives it a real pop. We'll have between us, we'll have some stock of that. Hopefully we haven't sold it all out. We'll just have a range of. We'll have gels and nutrition and any of the mandatory stuff we'll try and bring just in case people forget stuff.
Yeah, that's great. I remember I got a set of Prodigios off you last year to give them a bit of a go, and my son's taken them now, which would be right. He liked the feel of those, so he's out in those. But I could certainly thanks for coming out and having that product. It's great for people, if they're hanging around mum or dad or whoever's out there running, they can come and try something and probably end up buying something. It's great.
Well, awesome. And congratulations again for putting on such a great event.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for your support too. I think we want to keep it really authentic. It started really grassroots, and I think it's got that. We really want to be polished and professional and have a great product so that things run smoothly and people are looked after. But I think we're hanging on to that. You feel like it's a real community event and it hasn't become too corporate or slick, so to speak. It's I don't know quite how to describe it, but it's a really rewarding experience, and it's because you could people like yourselves, and it's really drawing from the local community as well. And look, I think I love the idea of these guys out there just in the mile or right down even to the 11, and you're sort of sharing some similar territory, and so there's that cross-pollination and overlap, and it's just a really nice feel. It's good.
Yeah, we didn't talk. There's also is it 2K and 4K kids races?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we have a 2 and 4K kids race in the afternoon. And
bring the
that's
whole
it.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we try and time that with the prezos for around the 22 and the 32. So it doesn't drag too long, and then kids run in the afternoon. There's a great little course for them, a serious hill for them. They don't go to the summit, but there's a good little climb for the kids, and good vibe with the kids. It's always well attended.
Got a race for everyone. Next you'll have a dog race, and then you really got a race for everyone.
Good thinking. Yeah, actually, thanks for throwing that out. A reminder to your listeners, the village is on a working farm. So for all of our lovers of dogs, you just can't bring the dog. I'm very sorry. Don't bring it on a leash. We can't have a dog on the farm. There's lambs and sheep and all sorts of things. So good pickup. I like your thinking. So bring your dog home for this one.
So so there is, it's almost like a petting zoo, but it's real world, not a little sanitized version, suburban version.
Yes.
But don't bring your dogs.
Had Bruce the Lamb was born on Lonely Mountain weekend last year. So Bruce was a celebrity in the finishing straight. It was very good.
All right, Scott. Well, thank you. Thanks for your time, and look forward to seeing you in Orange.
Yeah, can't wait. We got our committee meeting starting in an hour and 20, and we've only got a few left to go beforehand, so it's all really happening now. So thanks for your support again. Thanks for coming out. Good luck in the miler. Robert, can't wait to cheer you through and be part of that. That'll be absolutely epic, mate. Anyone that takes it on, hats off to you. It's fantastic.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I've got my name on a ring. I need to. That's going to keep me motivated. I want that ring.
You're going to have to fight for that, mate.
Mountain's working for him, so he should be able to get across the line.
It'll be hanging there waiting for you on the big Lonely Mountain log, and you can shuffle over and choose it. I love that. It's good. My nephew forges them. Everyone is handcrafted. It's not like a cut of pipe on a chain. Every single one of them's handcrafted, and they're fantastic. Yeah.
Awesome. Beautiful. Yeah.
Get it done.
All right. Thanks a lot, and thanks for making your time for us this afternoon.
Thanks, guys. You're legends. We'll see you out there.
Catch ya. Summit Gear's invested a whole lot in getting new gels into the store.
Right.
So we're going to try out a whole lot of different carb options for us, and give us your opinion on the different types of
find
gels
the gel for your persona, right?
Exactly.
Some are probably more natural. Some are more just get it in.
There's not much natural about a gel in my mind,
Wouldn't humour be more natural?
Humour is more natural.
That is true. It does actually say all natural, actually.
So we're going to start. So one of the things, obviously, we were talking about is the consistency. That's an important thing for gels. Like some people like it more watery, and some people like it a bit thicker, and then they wash it down with drink or whatever.
Some people like it more sweet. Some people like it less sweet. The amount of caffeine. Some people want to like it to feel like a coffee. Others just want a small hit or no hit.
And we'll also we'll give you a sense of the RRP of each of the gels. So I don't know, where do you want to start? Like I think
it's like the natural side of the spectrum, right? Shouldn't we?
You want to start natural?
Yeah.
You can start natural. Okay. So we've got a range of humour gels here. So these are the ones that are based from a chia seed, and they position themselves as all natural. There's two types in general categories of humour. There's just a pure energy one, and then there's the ones that are energy with the plus on them, and the plus is for electrolyte.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
double electrolytes.
Yeah, double electrolytes on this one, and there are depending on the flavor, there are caffeinated ones and non-caffeinated ones. So we can try that. But I thought there's two new flavors here we haven't had before. These are brand new flavors. So we've got so both of these are double electrolytes, and so we have a chocolate peanut butter, might be more desserty.
Yeah,
and then an orange and mango.
Yep.
Whereas this one is one I have used quite a bit. It's not so sweet, which is interesting. But okay. Well,
and they're all the same carbs, right? So same carbs, different amount.
They're generally okay. So in terms of humour, so they're generally around 25 grams of carbs in them. 22 to 25, depending on the model. The regular ones, like a regular one, has about 110 milligrams of sodium, whereas the plus has 245.
Okay.
So quite a lot more sodium in there. So if you're about to cramp, it's maybe not something to consider. So with that said, let's try peanut butter and
yeah, I'm keen for that. So
chocolate and peanut butter.
I've always in ultras enjoyed having all the dessert flavors.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob, you got your spoon?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
It looks like
It's-
chocolate.
It's kind of exactly.
What is it? Chocolate peanut butter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly as prescribed.
It's actually
Yum.
It's kind of
it's
like
actually
looking at
really yummy.
It's more,
Inside of
more
a cake
chocolate.
mix.
It's not
Mm.
not a lot of peanut butter.
No,
Yeah,
it's more chocolate than peanut butter.
but still, there's
But-
some peanut there. If you got a peanut allergy, you would notice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I would definitely smear that on a cake.
That's yummy.
I feel like this is something that you might have early on in the race, because I reckon getting later into it, like having something really sweet, like, I mean, it's quite nice, but
Yeah.
I think later on in the race it might be a bit harder to stomach when
Yeah.
your stomach's
Yeah.
feeling a bit off.
Yeah.
I
so
might
for,
want
so
something
for
a bit more
me,
salt at
if
later in
I'm
the race.
doing like a long ultra where I'm going to be going all day and into the night,
Yeah.
I tend to, because mostly you're in the citrus flavors
Mm.
sort of all day, so trying to avoid that flavor fatigue, that's when I'd bring in what I call the dessert gels flavors. And also that, it is a bit more like a dessert. So I would be having that like at nighttime.
That's a
normally,
fantastic.
Yeah, that does taste good.
And that's something I would like about an hour and a half into a run as well, when I'm ready to
Okay.
stop at a cafe
Yeah.
and sort of have my little
Ready for a
cafe
croissant?
moment.
Yeah, chocolate croissant equivalent.
that's a good one.
Yeah,
So
cool.
let's.
I'm just going to keep this one first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive home.
Have that,
I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah, that was actually really good. And consistency, it's not like it's a
It's a bit viscous. It's
Yeah.
a bit thick.
yeah.
Yep.
It's not definitely like a flowing juice.
All right.
No. Yeah.
Now
so
we have got some water if you do need to
Probably
cleanse your taste
cleanse the
buds.
palate.
So this one is one of the more traditional ones, and sorry, try not to get too much.
Just ate a lot of dinner before coming.
And
Not hungry.
you've come full. And I find this one generally quite good for, particularly when I'm about to cramp or later on in a race. So,
Strawberry lemonade, right?
but it's definitely something you have to wash down with water.
See, for me, this is when I can really taste the chia-ness in humour.
Yeah.
It makes me less happy with humour. Like the other one, I couldn't taste it.
Yeah.
But for
Makes
me,
you less happy.
yeah, I don't like that chia taste as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know it's more natural, and I started with those gels, but I sometimes find they still, most of the other flavors taste amazing, but that one's got quite a stronger flavor.
Yeah. There's a lemon lime one, which is quite tangy, and I find that can be a nice mix up from a really sweet one. So you go
Yeah,
with
that's
sweeter
more
gel
if you're into
and
sour. I reckon,
yeah, and you like it more tangy.
So interestingly, one of the discussions we had before starting this recording was I don't drink coffee.
Oh yeah.
So I do have tea, and I have like often extra strong tea, but I don't drink coffee. So having caffeinated, normally though, whether I have caffeinated gels or caffeinated hydration mix, I don't really notice it. Some people are like, oh, I really want the caffeinated one for that extra kick or whatever. I don't really notice it, but I was interested to know, am I going to be able to sort of taste, or notice some extra caffeine? So,
Yeah, you can't taste
so
any
those
caffeine,
first
yeah.
two that we had were what they call 1 times caffeine.
Yeah.
So that's about 25 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
In the whole gel.
But a
obviously,
normal
we're only
coffee is
having-
200, right? So
Yeah.
it's not too much.
This
Caffeine in it.
cafe mocha has 2 times caffeine, so it's got 50 milligrams.
Okay,
of caffeine. Yeah. And generally, like from a general recommended retail price, we're looking at the standard one is about $5.49. All right, that's humor. Let's try pure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yum.
All right. So this it's going to be interesting to see how this goes on a spoon. So we got cola flavor. So first of all, 30 grams of carbs in a.
So that's a new change for them. This is going to be my favorite one. This is really yum. The cola pure.
Yeah. So 30 grams of carbs. There's 34 milligrams of sodium, so not too much. And in this one actually has 30 milligrams of caffeine, but not all of them do. So this one has no caffeine, the lemon and lime, which I quite like. And then there's the orange flavor as well. So 30 grams of carbs is pretty good from a gel. So let's give it a crack.
So we find that pure is more juice-like. They actually call it a juice, don't they?
Yeah, it's energy juice.
Yeah.
So it's clear.
Yeah, it's a clear liquid.
Which I never realised. I've always been
me
drinking
too.
it. Not.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
So it is. It's got.
Easy to just take down.
It goes down. Yep. It's less need to wash it down, in my mind. And I find them really easy to get down. It's
Mm.
probably the gel I find the easiest to get down.
Yeah, I have a
Okay,
very
yeah.
sensitive
Any
stomach,
time.
and I can handle
Yeah.
that. I feel like for the sensitive
And
stomach
so that
folk,
flavour was
That's
obviously
the
that's
cola.
the cola with
Mm.
caffeine, but then there's
Yep.
non-caffeinated.
So let's just try to give it a bit of a sample. Let's try the lemon and lime. Just mix so we can all just.
So I think this is more for people that are a bit more into the bitter or just less sugary.
Yeah. Whoops.
Still, it's good. Yeah, it's sugary, but it's not too sugary.
I found it
It's
really
very
easy.
refreshing.
Yeah. So a little bit less sweet than the
Yeah.
cola, but actually really, really, I find it really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
Very
too.
drinkable. Yeah, pure. All right. So we like pure. That's good. Okay. So now we have Morton's.
Mm.
All right. So this is we've gone from a fluid energy
Yeah.
to something that's actually more like a gel, like a true gelatin type
Yeah.
gel.
And
Yep.
these are big in the road, and there's also some of the big trail athletes use these.
So
too,
I
right?
used this when I did UTMB.
Yeah.
It became one of my go-to gels. So let's
But Morton traditionally is pretty jelly-like.
it's very jelly. Like look at
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
more on
Yeah.
the juice side of the spectrum. I find these pretty jelly. Yeah, that's a solid
I can't
jelliness.
get it out. I can't break it.
All right. Yeah, it's
All right.
very jelly.
Yeah, a little.
Jelly
Okay.
consistency. Yeah.
So this has got some
So
caffeine.
this one is the caffeine one.
and
Yeah.
it's 30 grams of carb as well. Yeah.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
It's a very nondescript flavour,
It
Yeah.
is.
but I mean, it tastes like jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like in
it's not
terms of
offensive, I
consistency.
guess. It's not
It's
trying
not
to be a
offensive,
flavour,
but
is it? Yeah.
The texture of it is very much like having jelly.
And although we haven't tried it here, the one without the caffeine has even less flavour.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of watery. I find it quite non-offensive and quite easy. Like I do need to wash it down with water, but it
Yeah,
goes down
definitely
really
need
easily.
water with it,
'Cause
yeah.
It goes kind of like a solid bit of stuff that just goes
Yeah.
straight in.
Yeah, it's still not like molasses.
No.
You know, like the
But this is also moving into the,
Gels
actually, it
evolved.
says it's a 40 gram. So you've got the 30 grams, and this is now a 40
I think that's
gram.
isn't that the caffeine?
Oh.
That could be the caffeine content.
Okay. So the highest gram here is, they're all 30s. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Precision's here too. Cool.
All right. Okay. So I've got to say, there's one thing I like about the precision, and it's got the little tag, the way the tag
Yeah.
works.
The
So
juice
when
is
you
rubbish.
rip it off, it stays attached to the
Yeah.
bag, and I really like that because I hate seeing little bits
Yeah, in
of
the forest.
gels in
Yeah.
the national park. So
Kudos.
kudos to Precision for having a great packaging.
And their 90 gram one has a nice screw lid,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
awesome for just
I've been
like,
using them lately. You don't have to have the whole thing.
No.
You know, as you're heading, like normally you go, okay, I've got like 500 meters to a K before the next aid station, so I'll start consuming it so that I can get rid of it, but also wash it down in a race. But yeah, with that, you feel like, no, just screw the lid back on.
Yeah.
prop it.
And I guess being 90 grams, it's easy. Like if you're trying to do a higher carb
Mm,
run
yep.
and trying to be up around that 100 grams of carbs an hour, it's kind of easy to sort of pace that through.
Yeah.
You've just got to drink the whole packet in about 50 minutes and you're right on.
A learning for
Like-
me, though, when I've been doing the 90 grams ones, is you want it to just have water.
Yeah.
A few times I've tried to have it in a race with like kind of a drink with a bit of carb and electrolyte, and it's just too much. You kind of need to, like, if you're doing the 90 gram gel, just have one of the glasses of water while you're taking it down.
I
found
can't
that very
drink.
helpful.
I have to have water when I'm taking gels. 'Cause
Yeah,
I can't do
I
it
feel like I
with
took a
sports drink
while
as
to
well.
learn that.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
But I
Okay.
think you're right. I think that is a learning. Like it's something
Yeah.
you know you've got to condition.
Well, I tried to
your
have
body,
that with a bit of carby water and electrolyte, and it was just too much.
Yeah.
because I have been having it with
Oh, really?
with
Oh.
with the
No, if you
hydration
have it
mix.
with water, it just
Yeah.
goes down so much better.
Okay, we're having a. Oh yeah, there we go. We're out.
So what? It's a bit less jelly-like than
Yeah,
the
it's
Morton.
certainly a lot less jelly-like than Morton. And it's a clear liquid. Oops, sorry, Rob.
That's all right.
Rob's got a.
Double whammy.
Rob's doing some carb loading here.
So quite sweet, more sweet than the others, I reckon.
Definitely, he's got a lot more taste to it.
Yeah.
Would you say it's a citrusy taste?
Yeah.
Again,
hard
not
to
any
read.
particular, but it's sort of
Yeah,
citrusy.
maybe.
It's a nice taste
Yeah.
without being able to put your finger on.
It
what
has a
that
Yeah,
tastes
little
like.
bit of an aftertaste to it.
Yeah.
I've used it out in the trails. I've been able to get it down just fine. It's got a good carb content. So, yeah. And the packaging is great.
Yeah.
All right, precision. So that was the so that had 30 grams of carbs. It has 0 sodium, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, and the price of that is around $5.25. There's the caffeine version, which is this one. It's got the yellow on it for caffeine. 30 grams of carbs, again, 0 sodium, 100 milligrams of caffeine. And so the non-caffeinated one was $5.25, and the caffeinated one's $6.99.
Okay.
So yeah, they're not the cheapest deal out there, but good bang for your buck. All right. So the last one I thought we'd try is the Coda. So what I like about Coda is its price point is really good. So it's around $2.75 a gel.
Okay. More affordable.
Yeah. And I don't know, you can pick a flavor that you want. So in terms of Coda, we're looking around 29.8, 30 grams
30
of
grams
carbs.
of carbs, yeah.
Yep. There is 36 milligrams of sodium. And again, I don't know if it doesn't specifically say that there's caffeine.
I don't
in
think
that.
these would have caffeine, but that says cola, but still it doesn't actually say.
It doesn't say it has
Yeah.
caffeine. So, all right. So, what flavor do we want to try?
Like mango passion.
All
That
right.
sounds pretty fun.
Go for it.
Dish you guys up. So again, looks pretty, well, not jelly-like, is it? It's kind of just
No.
a bit thick liquid again. Well, that's pretty yummy.
Yeah.
I find that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like being half the price of some of the others, very easy. That was a really easy to eat, the mango in particular.
All right. Yeah. So there we go.
So it looked like it was a bit more like honey, like
Yeah.
that sort of consistency, but certainly on the tongue.
I will say,
Like
and
honey
just
as
from
well.
experience as well, and it's just, this is just me because I know everyone's different, but I find them fine early on in the race.
Mhm.
When it gets later into the race and I might be a bit upset, my stomach's not feeling great, I find that sort of flavour harder to get down, like the
Yeah,
sweet,
it's
something
very
sweet
sweet.
to
Too
get
sweet?
down.
It's a sweet
Yeah.
lolly. So yeah, you can get over
So
it.
again, I'd be looking for something a bit saltier and tangier
Mm.
at that point of the race.
Because it doesn't have, oh, it has a little bit of sodium.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit of sodium, but not
No
much.
huge amount, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So there we go. Now, the one thing that I use a lot of, and I kind of swear by, is the Scratch high carb.
Yeah.
So I got onto high carb as a drink because I felt late into like big races, I needed something that I could always get down no matter what. There's nothing worse than if you're sick and you're throwing up and you can't keep stuff down and you're out of carb, you're out of energy. It puts you in a real hole. And so I'd been there, and I just wanted something that no matter what, I could get it down, get some carbs in, and keep going.
Yeah.
Now so this is a high carb. I like the raspberry flavor. I mix it into 500 mils of water, so soft flask, and you put 7 scoops on. So
Wow.
it sounds
So
disgusting.
7 is 90 grams, yeah.
Yeah, it works out if you drink that in about an hour and 15. I think it's about 90 to 100 grams.
Okay.
In that time. Yep, of carbs an hour as a rate. So it is high carb content. It uses a thing called clusterdextrin, which takes a little time to dissolve. So you can't just mix it up, shake it, and start drinking. It takes about 10 minutes to fully dissolve.
It thickens, yeah.
Yep. But when it does, the advantage of it is that those 7 scoops will fully dissolve into the water. Got you all a glass somewhere. There's your glass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So now this could be.
It also has quite a good amount of sodium.
It does. So it has, like any of the Scratch stuff, it's designed to replace the salts and stuff that you sweat out and do it in the rate that you sweat it out. So
the one thing would be that if it doesn't have caffeine, which is fine if you're probably having it in a whole race, but that would be something maybe you'd supplement with a gel. But it's got definitely everything else.
Yeah. So considering it's got 7 scoops in it, let me know what you think.
Yeah, it's not nearly as thick as I was
It's actually
expecting.
fine, yeah. That's quite like pleasant and easy to drink. I was expecting a very strong flavour.
Yeah.
It's very subtle.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'd almost say, like, depending on how you have your cordial, but if you
on the light.
if you'd have cordial at home, then this would be watered down.
Yeah.
Cordial.
Yeah.
Like it's certainly not.
It's a little viscous, but not much.
And it's kind of like, to me, I feel like throughout, like, it's kind of like drinking a bit of Gatorade as you're running around.
But it's not super sweet.
No, it's not super sweet. Yeah. So Now, we've done all our gels, we've done our long runs, and we need a recovery drink. So I've got one of those as well for you. All right.
And what's this one? It's going to be Scratch again?
So we are on Scratch. Now, this Scratch has...
This is a new flavour, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is a new flavour. They had or have a chocolate, which I quite like. So in a serving, so 2 scoops into about 500 mils, there's 10 grams of protein in here.
Okay.
There's 40 grams of carbohydrates, 340 milligrams of sodium. So it's trying to actually replenish a lot of the stuff that you will have. I find it actually like a really nice thing to drink. Yeah.
And then obviously it's more plant-based than the other options of recovery. Being vegan, it's saying.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, this one's full vegan. So, and now this is oat milk latte, which is a new flavour.
We'll be up all night.
Rob doesn't like coffee, so it would be interesting to see what he thinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, again, easy.
I can taste the oat milk.
It's not really.
It's more.
It's more oat. Yeah.
It's more milky than coffee.
Because you're meant to consume kind of this type of recovery drinks within 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, certainly within an hour. Of exercise, and it's not a sole source of food. You get back to the car.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. So we haven't touched any of the chews or any of the other things that we have here. We have other sports drinks as well, but maybe that can be for another episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well.
Yeah, cool. Come down and try some.
Yeah.
See everybody later.
Yeah, we got all these packets that are half empty now. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.